We have somebody who's here tonight to speak to us, and it's really, I think, an extraordinary experience to be able to bear witness to someone who stands before us, and through her voice, through her feeling, through her experience, we get to get just a glimpse of what it's like to go through the kind of trauma of sexual abuse and come out on the other end a stronger, more empowered individual. And if you can imagine, standing up on this stage, which is amazing, in front of all of you strangers, pouring her heart out, telling her story so that all of us can for a minute walk in her shoes. Zrinka is our friend. She's a supporter. She's an amazing, incredible woman with energy on fire, and we love her. Please sink down into your hearts and give your attention to Zrinka Allen.
First, you've got to give me a minute. The chance for me to be on stage with zero talent, given how many amazing artists have been here before me, just let me savor this one moment because it'll never happen again. So thank you for creating that opportunity for me. And I clearly have identified that my type should have been in a much larger font because I'm having a hard time sort of reading it up here. But thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I speak to you today as a member of the Walters Kluwer team, which obviously continues to support the efforts of ZCenter. But in addition to that, I come to you as a colleague, a friend, a mother, and as Tori has indicated, a rape survivor. And you know, there's a phrase that I've heard over time that really has resonated with me, and it's really making your mess your message. And so in terms of the story, that's my mess. So let me share that with you for just a moment this evening. December 1st, it was a day that changed my life forever, and frankly, it's something that I refer to back and forth time and time again. And frankly, what had happened was I was sitting in my Chicago apartment, irritated at the constant ringing of my doorbell. Doorbell rang, I'm a good Chicago girl, I know check your peephole, nothing was there. So I was getting more and more frustrated, more and more irritated, and as a result, I let down my guard. When I opened up that door, that's the moment that I became a statistic. And I think about the days and the hours and the months thereafter, and I can't imagine what it would have been like for me had I had the resources of the folks like Tori and her that I call a dream team. When I think about the event that took place, I struggled. Do I tell anybody? Did I cause this? Why did I answer that door? I know better. So you start to do a lot of that self-doubt and you wonder, did I contribute to this in some way? I know I didn't, but these are terrible things that play in your mind. So I felt humiliated, I was embarrassed, I felt like I did something wrong. What do I do now? Who do I call? Do I tell my friends? Do I tell my mom? And then even silly thoughts. Do you think it's okay if I call in sick to work tomorrow? As I sat there thinking that I probably should call the police in terms of what happened, from that point forward, I can't imagine how my healing would have started much sooner had I had the opportunity of somebody like the team at ZCenter to hold my hand in the police car going to the hospital. If I had had someone to hold my hand during the most humiliating exam I've had in my life. An individual to hold my hand to let me know that it was wrong that the police brought the suspect they believe they had caught in my exam room. To think about having a legal advocate to be able to attend with me those 2 a.m. calls. We think we got him. Can you come for a lineup? I can't tell you how many days and months that happened. And I think about the fact that yes, I have survived and I've thrived, and I'm very, very, very blessed to have the beautiful friends and support and family that I've had. But I can't imagine how amazing, or at least how early my healing may have started had that happened. So in terms of the mess, that's the story. In terms of the message, I cannot impress upon you enough to dig deep in your hearts, in your gut, when you think about anybody that you know that would have ever experienced such an incredible trauma, and to not have the resources of a Tori and her dream team. And Tori, to you and your amazing dream team, you do life-changing work. And I hope everyone here is committed to making sure that you and your team continue to do that. So with that, I close by letting you know that I was very fortunate. I have friends and family, many of them are here, and I thank you again for your amazing support. I know you're up there, thank you. But you know, it was a rough journey. I'm here to tell you that anybody who's going through it can survive it, you will get through it. But Tori and her team are critical to touching the lives of those individuals that don't know where to turn. So with that, I challenge each of us to take action. This is your call to action. We appreciate the time. What we also need, in addition to the time, is the funds. So I really, really, really encourage all the corporate sponsors, the friends that are here, to do anything you can to ensure that folks like me and countless others who didn't have the benefit can have that, and what an amazing healing that will be for everyone. So with that, I'll turn it over to Tori, I think, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Zrinka. In the program, you'll notice we have Zrinka's name down as Human Services Director instead of Human Resources Director. Truly, she does direct human services, and she's the most resourceful person I've ever met. So thank you, Zrinka.